Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Surrender and let go of the past. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right here, right now. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 9. NASDAQ was flat. S&Ps are up 1. Gold contract down $9.70, trading at $1,635 an ounce. Now, what gold's doing, folks, it's been making its way down to the 1627. Not a good scene, I can tell you this, coming into a Friday, that you are at that swing low. I suspect what you're going to see is that the 1627 is going to be blown away, and we're going to go sub 1600 here in the gold market, because what you have is this. The 1627 was a spike low. You had the volume there, and when you're opening close to that, particularly on a Friday, not cool. When we get to the dollar, I'll show you what the dollar's done. Bonds. Bond market out here, what the bonds did is this. Bonds came off the bottom. Yesterday you had tested the bottom. You did it with 100,000 lighter shares. Today we come off that bottom with 535,000 contracts. Bonds want to go topside. We're at 143.17 right now. King Dollar. King Dollar was out there at 80.47. She was up 300 ticks today. What King Dollar did, folks, is this. She finished the first ABC structure up. She has a second ABC structure up right now. She took the B point out. She didn't hold the B point when she took that out today, but bottom line, she'll be right back topside. We are at 80.47. You did 33,000 contracts out there. The next price projection is the 81.60 level. And that dollar move, bottom line, is going to keep a hammer on the gold contract. The amazing part is that the dollar really hasn't moved that much, and gold has been down that far. Euro. Euro is out there at 133.55. Euro is an ABC structure on the way down. That baby wants to get into about the 132 area right now. Yen. Yen is trading down 59 right now at 92.80. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you got? You have a flat market out here. We've done 627 million versus 652 from yesterday. The cash S&P got into 1514, rejected that price, closing out at right at the highs of the day. Dow Industrials. What do we have with the Dow Industrials? Same setup in the Dow Industrials. You had a sideways day. You're basically down $9, but that's a sideways day. We got down to a price point of 921. We closed out at 973. NASDAQ Composite. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting, and this is why. So your Composite also closed up a point. But what you had is this. You did 1.9 billion versus 1.8 of yesterday. It didn't get over the high, didn't stay over the high. What you did do is you stayed over the high from September 21st. So that's a heads up. And the reason being is this. We did 1.9 billion. So first hour, folks, was big numbers, over 500 million in the market. You got to lower price. A rejected lower price, so you do have a market that basically was coming down volume, rejected lower price. The 31.96 in the composite's an important number because that's where we had 2.5 billion. And she's at 31.98 right now. So that's saying that, hey, she's got to get back inside that. NDX 100, different scene. What you have with the NDX 100 is this. She basically can't get out of her way. NDX 100 down 2.3 points, no big deal there. But bottom line is that what you do have is if we take a look at the 3 Qs, what you'll see is that the 3 Qs out here today, bottom line, 24 million shares. There's no juice up here whatsoever. Bond market. Let's go over to bonds. We take a look at bonds. Bonds out here today, they had an expansion, fast expansion too. 523,000 contracts are out there. Took back everything from yesterday. Yesterday what we were doing is this. We got down to a price point of 142.09. That was testing the lows out there. The test on that, folks, we had come down with 441,000 contracts. We were testing 721,000 at the low. Now, what was dangerous yesterday, there's no two ways about it, is that, you were very close to that low, meaning it got down to the 142 1109. It closed 11 ticks above that, but bottom line, got itself right out of it today. I suspect what you're going to see out here tomorrow is you're going to see another fast move. The reason I'm saying that is this, is that we're at 143.18, and this is where this one tick thing gets really wild. Well, we're inside the higher range by one tick. And when I put that together with the aspect of the dollar index, meaning how the dollar moved out here today, that's saying that this dollar not only wants to get higher, it looks to me like it wants to get higher very quickly. What we did do in the dollar, we had two separate ABCs on the dollar, by the way, folks. We had the first one from the wide price spread on the 7th of February. We had wide price spread accelerated volume that day. We did 46,000 contracts. She took out a B point, took it out with volume. What we did this morning is took out a larger ABC structure. And you got to remember, when you have multiple ABC structures, one inside the other, it makes it a lot more powerful. Bottom line, wide price spread, commit, accelerated volume, all of the above. Now, that acceleration will bring that up to your swing point from November 16th. So what we want to do is this. I'm going to bring this back so you can see how this is set up using a continuous contract. The reason I want to use a continuous contract is this, is that number one, when we get up to the price projection, meaning the 8160, how we attack that, meaning do we come into that and hang under it for a bit? You know, if you're a bull for the dollar, that's what you'd like to see. That's what I'd basically like to see. And this is why. Because what ends up happening, if you get under it and you just hang there for a bit, it's building cause to get to higher price. It's not going to take a huge amount of buying to get up into the $84 area. It's $83.63 to be exact. We've gone up there a few times. Let's see, we've gone up there 3 times since November. At this particular point, what you still do have is this. You have, if we look at this contract since November, you actually still have 2 lower lows and 2 higher lows. So that trend is not broken yet, meaning basically a lower dollar, not dramatically lower, but when we just take a look at trend-wise, that really isn't broken yet. I do expect what you'll see is that you'll get broken tomorrow. I can make a case that it actually is broken, but I'd rather see a break with much more conviction. What happened out here today is that it broke the trend line and didn't stay above it. I expect what you're going to see tomorrow is you're going to be above it. And once you're above it, let me tell you something. 2 different things end up happening. The probability goes higher that you're going to get the 8150, but the probability starts perking up that you're going to go after that $84. And that's a big number, folks. And if we go back over to gold, that's how gold's trading. You know, that's the bottom line. The euro is just starting to react. The euro came down. You had that large spike a couple of weeks ago. We got up to the 137.11. It did the first leg down. You had the counter trend bounce yesterday. I expect what you're going to see here tomorrow is that there's going to be more pressure on the downward side. Now, with the euro, this is where we are with the euro. You're at 133.55 right now, and it's going to be really hard for this. We got down today to 133.15. Well, it's the 133.08, which was only 7 ticks below where we went, folks. That is going to be hard to break. And, you know, we'll see whether we break it the first time or we got to go sideways for a bit. The reason for that is that, number one, it had traded there about 2.5 weeks in December. But, you know, bottom line is right below that, you also have a huge amount of support. So how we come into that is going to be crucial. You come into that fast and furious, get out of the way. 877-927-6648. Let's take a look at some of the high-volume stocks we had in basically a low-volume market. We had Bank of America was off 4. You had Research in Motion up $1.08. Heinz is getting taken over by Berkshire Hathaway. That was a huge day, up $12 today. We had, let's see, Facebook was up 59 cents. You had Groupon up 38. Dell was down 6. Halliburton was up 248. Halliburton was a big move out here. It looks like the reason for the Halliburton move is it looks like Transocean basically going to pay the fine for the huge spill, and actually, I guess Halliburton is not going to have well, the way the market was treating it, it looks like it's not going to have as big a find as folks thought. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.